reported Saturday that
what
Los
up,
Angeles
Sean?
Lakers All-NBA star Luka Doncic signed a 3-year, $165 million max contract extension. The deal includes a player option in 2028, and the 5-time All-Star signed the extension the first day the Lakers were able to offer one. Here was Luka on the new deal.
It's an honor, playing for this organization. Many great players played here, so obviously I want to add one more up there, so that's what we're working for. Honestly, I think we have a great team. We have what we need to compete for the championship. I'll try to win every game, no matter what. And, we got some new great guys being on the team, and we're going to go for it.
All right, we've got the man in the house here in New York City. How we doing, my friend? Shams, why did Luka only sign a 3-year deal?
Pete, so he missed out on a $345 million max contract by being traded from Dallas to LA 6 months ago. So this deal allows him to recoup all of that money back in 3 years. In 2028, he has a player option. He'll then be eligible to sign a 5-year, $417 million deal. And so this was the best, most logical option for Luka Doncic to recoup all that money. He lost a lot in that trade emotionally, financially, but now he's starting to get a lot of it back financially, clearly, with this $165 million deal. But he started to really ingratiate himself with this Lakers organization. Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, their new owner, Mark Walter, they've developed a very close relationship, close rapport with Luka Doncic, his inner circle, to get this commitment. It was a very important commitment because he could have been a free agent next offseason. So he locks in this short-term money. And over the next 3 years, he can see, how are the Lakers going to build around me? How are we going to compete for a championship? So he signs that extension. He spends Saturday night in Las Vegas at the Backstreet Boys concert with Jeannie Buss and Mark Walter, Rob Pelinka. Very important relationships there.
I like that. And I've been watching LeBron's Instagram, and he's playing golf. He's in St. Tropez. What's this mean for him?
So Luka Doncic is the face of this franchise. So this means that LeBron James, for the first time in his career, he's entering a very interesting ground here. And this is something, this is a very, I think, how do I put it? It's a tough line these sides are trying to cross here, because we've never seen this. A player in year 23, it's an NBA record. He's about to be 41 years old in December. We've never seen a player play at this level for this long, and it's a tough line to kind of, that through line to cross, because on one hand, the moment you make this trade for Luka Doncic, he's your face of the franchise for the next 10 years. And so LeBron James, I've said it, he's supportive. He's understanding where this Lakers organization is going toward. It's going toward Luka Doncic. So LeBron James himself has to make some decisions, because how long do I have to play? That's the biggest one of all. Is this the last year of his career? Does he have a couple more years left?
Interesting. Let's shift gears to another international superstar, Giannis. What is the latest on his future with the Milwaukee Bucks?
So, Pete, I'm looking at the date. We're standing here. It's August 4th, right? Sources tell me there's still nothing set in stone about whether Giannis Antetokounmpo will stay in Milwaukee or whether he will be leaving. And so he's continuing to evaluate his future. I reported it in mid-May that he's evaluating whether his best fit is in Milwaukee or is it elsewhere. And that process is continuing, Pete. There's been some very real conversations over the last week or so. The constant question that Giannis has, though, is, can I win a championship with this roster? Is this roster going to be one for this upcoming year and 2026-27? He wants to win a second championship. So he's asking that question over and over. There are multiple teams waiting in the wings potentially if Giannis this offseason still makes that decision.
Could he have not asked that question in late June, early July before free agency?
This is a very tough decision for him, though. This is 12 years he spent there. There's a lot of equity there. He won a championship there. This type of move isn't going to be easy, because this is a Milwaukee Bucks organization. They went out and they stretched and waived Damian Lillard, $113 million. They did that because they wanted to show Giannis, we're doing everything in our power to keep you here. But Giannis Antetokounmpo is the ultimate decider whether he feels this roster is good enough.
Miles Turner, are you watching? Let's go. Coming up, Caleb Williams continues to learn.
He's made ahead. So look, if Drake was 23 with a money tree, Luka Doncic got a money forest at 26, right? The brother beat the Ozempic allegations, and according to Shams, signed a 3-year, $165 million extension with the Lake Show in the same summer that'll keep him there until at least 2028. Productive. But it's beyond Luka's physical transformation that got this deal done. The direction of the Laker franchise seems clear to the 5-time All-NBA player as well.
I was kind of thinking, even obviously not at the moment when I got traded, but later on when I started playing, I wanted to be here. Like I said, this is an amazing organization. We have a trust in each other, so I decided pretty quick. Honestly, I think we have a great team. We have what we need to compete for the championship. So, we're going to go for it. Being a Laker is an honor, and I wanted to be here. So, obviously, when you look up here, so many great names and what they achieved, I want to be up there too one day.
Lake Show faithful got to be beaming at the thought of locking in Luka Magic for the foreseeable future, and it brings a smile to my face that we have NBA insider Shams Charania joining us with more on the subject matter. Shams, let's get right to it, man. Why now for both the Lakers and Luka, and how does it set up both parties moving forward?
Trevor, this is the first day that Luka Doncic was set to sign and be eligible for an extension, and he does it. And this is his official commitment and coronation as the face of the Lakers franchise moving forward. And it's been a very emotional past 6 months for Luka Doncic after that trade from the Mavericks to the Lakers, the most stunning trade arguably in the history of professional sports. But Genie Bus, Rob Pelinka, the Lakers new owner Mark Walter, they developed a very close rapport with Doncic since his arrival and since Mark Walter came in as the incoming new owner. And so 6 months to the day that Luka Doncic was traded in that crazy blockbuster deal, he is now locked in through at least 2028 with the Lakers. He does have a player option, though, that year that will allow him to sign for about 5 years and $417 million. That will also allow him, Trevor, to recoup all the money that he did lose by being traded by the Mavericks. He was going to be eligible this summer for a Supermax deal. So he's able to sign this short-term 3-year, $165 million. He'll be eligible for a much bigger deal a few years from now, but a commitment, very important commitment for the Lakers today.
Minor setback for a major comeback in due time. But in the meantime, he's got a little extra money burning a hole in his pocket. How does Luka plan on celebrating this new deal?
Well, Trevor, he said today that there's a surprise plan for him to celebrate his extension. And I'm told that there's a surprise plan for Luka Doncic to travel to Las Vegas to go to the Backstreet Boys concert. And that's where several Lakers teammates will also be surprising him in attendance there. A couple of them, potentially Marcus Smart, will be there, I'm told. And that is someone that Luka Doncic did recruit to be there. A couple other players that he's also spent close time with, trying to recruit and build relationships with. He did tell Malik Andrews in April that his favorite band is the Backstreet Boys. So one wish did also come true today.
I didn't realize that we were classifying the Backstreet Boys as a band, but I digress. The two guys that you mentioned, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, another one of those guys that he looked to bring into this Laker organization. They were among the host of teammates that were there for Luka's press conference, introductory as far as the new deal goes, but noticeably absent was LeBron James. I'm not judging that fact, just sort of noticing it. I only bring it up to ask, what impact does this deal have over the relationship between the Lakers and LeBron going forward?
We've never seen this. A player going into year 23, that's an NBA record. A player that's going to be 41 years old in December playing at this high of a level. It's never been seen in the NBA before. So that means it's a delicate balance that's going to need to be threaded by the Lakers and by LeBron James. And from my understanding, he has been very supportive of the Lakers and understanding of the fact that they are moving forward with Luka Doncic as the incumbent, as the guy that's the face of this franchise moving forward. And so the fact that he is now going into year 23, we don't know exactly how long he's going to play. Rob Pelinka said today at the press conference that they're going to be awaiting to see LeBron James and his family make a decision on just exactly how long he wants to play. He's going to play at least 23 years. Listen, he's earned the right to determine just exactly how long he wants to play and on what terms he wants to end his career. And that's something I am told the Lakers will be supporting. So whether that's playing the entire year 23 and then playing somewhere else in a potential year 24, figuring out exactly how he wants year 23 to look.
Yeah, and we all know that Savannah will also have a pretty large say in how all of that goes down. Sean Serrano,
Warriors fans, it's time to get real. While the NBA offseason rolls forward, one major storyline continues to dominate the headlines in the Bay Area: the ongoing standoff between Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors. And this time, it's not just about money. It's about control, about leverage, about legacy. Kuminga recently made waves across the league by rejecting a 2-year, $45 million contract offer from the Warriors. Let that sink in. At just 22 years old, with a career still blossoming and millions on the table, Kuminga said no. Why? Because he's betting on himself, and he wants to control his destiny. This isn't the first contract saga we've seen in the NBA, but make no mistake, Kuminga is breaking away from a growing trend that swept through the league this offseason. 10 other players around the NBA have signed similar deals and given up their rights. But not Kuminga. Not this time. So today, on Warriors Nation News, we're diving deep into what's really going on behind the scenes, why Kuminga rejected the Warriors' offer, what it means for Golden State's offseason plans, and how the situation could reshape the next chapter of the Warriors' dynasty. And most importantly, we want to hear from you, the heartbeat of Dub Nation. Do you support Kuminga's decision to hold firm, or do you think the Warriors should call his bluff and move forward without him? Let's break it all down. Let's start with the contract offer itself. According to multiple sources, including NBA insider Mark Stein, the Golden State Warriors recently presented Kuminga with a 2-year, $45 million deal. That's an average of $22.5 million per year, a solid raise from his rookie scale deal, and a pretty big commitment for a player who's still finding consistency. But here's the thing, it wasn't just about the money. Kuminga and his agent, Aaron Turner, reportedly took issue with 2 major clauses in the proposed contract. The Warriors wanted a team option for the second year. They wanted Kuminga to waive his veto rights on trades for the first year. And that's where things got tense. See, under NBA rules, a player who signs a 1-year deal with the same team he ended the season with automatically gains veto power over any trade. Not because of a formal no-trade clause, but because any trade would force him to give up his bird rights. That gives the player leverage. But the Warriors, like several teams this offseason, tried to sidestep that rule by structuring the deal as a 2-year contract with an option. In practice, it's still a 1-year deal. The team just controls the second year, but this structure would strip Kuminga of his veto rights unless he agreed to waive them. He didn't. And that's what changed everything.